The Enigma of the Zodiac, Geographic Profiling, and the Hunt for a Serial Killer. The Zodiac Killer, a chilling specter that haunted Northern California in the late 1960s, remains one of America's most infamous unsolved cases. This elusive serial killer, which claimed responsibility for 5 murders and taunting letters to the press, has captivated public imagination and frustrated law enforcement for over half a century. Despite decades of investigation, the true identity of the Zodiac Killer remains shrouded in mystery, a testament to the complexities of criminal investigation in an era before advanced forensic techniques. As we stand at the intersection of criminology and data science, new methodologies offer fresh perspectives on cold cases like the Zodiac Killer. One such technique, geographic profiling, has emerged as a powerful tool in the arsenal of modern criminal investigation. This sophisticated approach uses spatial analysis of crime scenes to infer the most probable areas where an offender might reside or operate from. Today, we'll delve deep into this methodology, exploring the potential application to the Zodiac Killer case and examining how cutting edge software is pushing the boundaries of predictive criminal analysis. Geographic profiling is rooted in environmental criminology, a branch of study that examines the relationship between crime and the physical and social environments in which it occurs. This approach is underpinned by several key theories. The first being the routine activity theory, proposed by Cohen and Felsen in 1979. This theory posits that crime occurs when 3 elements converge in time and space: A motivated offender, B, a suitable target, and C, the absence of capable guardians. In the context of geographic profiling, this theory helps explain why criminals often operate within familiar areas. The second is rational choice theory. This perspective, developed by Cornish and Clark, suggests that criminals make rational decisions about their criminal behavior, weighing the potential benefits against the risks. Geographic profiling uses this concept to understand how offenders choose their crime locations. The third is crime pattern theory. Bridington and Bridington's theory combines the above concepts, proposing that criminals commit offenses in areas they encounter during the routine activities. This forms the basis for understanding the spatial behavior of serial offenders. These theories collectively inform the principles of geographic profiling, providing a framework for understanding the spatial decision-making processes of criminals. My software represents a significant leap forward in geographic profiling technology. Unlike traditional methods that rely on a single algorithm, this tool employs a multi-algorithmic approach, synthesizing various predictive models to generate a comprehensive analysis of potential offender locations and future crime scenes. Let's examine each of these algorithms in detail. Rosimo's formula, developed by criminologist Kim Rosimo in the 1990s, this algorithm is the cornerstone of modern geographic profiling. It operates on the principle of distance decay, assuming that the probability of an offender choosing a crime site decreases as the distance from their anchor point, typically their residence, increases. However, it also incorporates a buffer zone around the anchor point, acknowledging that criminals often avoid committing crimes too close to home to reduce the risk of recognition. Criminal geographic targeting. This algorithm builds upon Rossimo's work, incorporating additional factors such as terrain features, transportation networks, and demographic data. CGT creates a more nuanced probability surface, accounting for real-world constraints on criminal movement and behavior. The negative exponential model assumes that the probability of a crime occurring decreases exponentially with distance from the offender's base. The linear distance decay is similar to the negative exponential model, but assumes a linear decrease in probability. This model can be more appropriate in urban environments where travel times may be more uniformly distributed. The Bayesian approach updates the likelihood of an offender locations as new information becomes available. It's particularly useful in ongoing investigations where new crime scenes are discovered over time. The Bayesian approach is based upon the Bayes theorem. The Voronoi diagram analysis divides the map into regions based upon proximity to crime scenes. It helps identify areas of influence for each crime location and can reveal patterns in the spatial distribution of criminal activity. The genetic algorithm optimization is inspired by the principles of natural selection. This algorithm generates and evolves potential solutions to find the optimal set of parameters for predicting offender locations. It is particularly useful for fine-tuning the other algorithms in the system. My software integrates these algorithms, running them in parallel and then combining their outputs into a weighted ensemble approach. This multifaceted analysis provides a robust predictions of both potential offender residences and future crime scenes. As demonstrated in the provided images, software generates a map with green star-shaped pins, each representing one of the top 10 most likely locations of the center where the criminal may live or work. These locations are marked based upon their computer probabilities, with the number one location having the highest likelihood of being associated with the base of operations. The varying probabilities shown in the images, from 1.5% to 32%, illustrate the software's capability to differentiate between the high and low probabilities of location. This granular analysis allows law enforcement to prioritize the resources effectively, focusing on areas with the highest predicted probability of where the person lives or works. Simply canvassing to find people that may be open to discussing with the police how their neighbors are behaving could shed new light on possible suspects. While geographic profiling wasn't available during the original Zodiac and Killer investigations in the late 60s, applying the software to this case offers intriguing insights and demonstrates the potential of these techniques in solving complex serial crimes. The Zodiac Killer's confirmed attacks occurred in a relatively confined area of Northern California, primarily in Benicia, Vallejo, Lake Buenavista, and San Francisco. This geographic clustering provides an ideal scenario for geographic profile analysis. Let us examine how the software might analyze the Zodiac case. We begin by inputting the known crime scene locations, dates, and times into the system. These include December 20th, 1968, Lake Herman Road, Benicia; July 4th, 1969, Blue Rock Springs Park, Vallejo; September 27, 1969, Lake Berryessa, Napa County; October 11, 1969, Presidio Heights, San Francisco. The software combines these individual predictions, weighing them based on their historical accuracy in similar cases. The ensemble approach provides a more robust prediction than any single algorithm. As seen in the sample images, the software generates a map with the top 10 predicted location for the Zodiac Killer's possible base of operations. Each location is assigned a probability, helping investigators prioritize their efforts. The future crime predictions, beyond identifying the killer's possible base, also predicts the future crime scenes. This feature, while not applicable to the historical Zodiac case, demonstrates how the tool could be used in ongoing investigations to deploy preventive measures. The software runs each algorithm independently on this dataset. Rosmo's formula suggests the next potential crime scene will be South Kelly Road near a golf course. The CGT algorithm, considering the road network, might point towards a location along Interstate 80, providing easy access to all crime scenes. The linear distance decay models indicate a location in American Canyon, equidistant from most of the crime scenes and south of the predictions made by Rosmo's algorithm, as well as near the Sonoma Boulevard near the topological weighted centroid. Why aren't all the algorithms present, you might ask? That's because based on the probabilities, these are most likely locations where the next crime scenes may take place. It's crucial to note that while this analysis provides valuable insight, it's not definitive proof. Geographic profiling is a tool to narrow down search areas and guide investigations, not to identify suspects directly. In the Zodiac case, this analysis would need to be combined with other evidence, such as witness descriptions, cryptography analysis of the Zodiac letters, and forensic evidence from the crime scenes. Interestingly, when we compare our software predictions to the locations of known Zodiac suspects, we find some correlations. Arthur Lee Allen, one of the prime suspects, lived in Santa Rosa, which is nowhere near any of the predicted locations. He is removed as a suspect after being investigated. The focus of the I-80 corridor by the CGT algorithm correlates with the fact that many of the communications were postmarked from San Francisco, suggesting the killer might have worked in the city but lived elsewhere. These alignments, while not intriguing, are these alignments, while intriguing, are not conclusive. They demonstrate how geographic profiling can support and guide traditional investigative techniques, potentially corroborating or challenging existing theories. While it offers powerful insights, it is essential to acknowledge its limitations and the ethical considerations surrounding its use. The accuracy of geographic profiling is heavily dependent on the quality and completeness of input data. In cold cases such as the Zodiac Killer, there may be missing or inaccurate information that could skew results. In particular, the map may have changed over the years as to where the locations are shown may not have been available for residential, but rather could have been a simple lot, an empty lot. Most geographic profiling models assume a level of rationality in criminal behavior. However, in some offenders, particularly those with mental health issues, may not follow predictable patterns. In historical cases, significant changes to the environment, such as new roads and urban development since the time of the crimes, can affect the accuracy of the predictions. The use of geographic profiling in active cases raises privacy issues, potentially subjecting innocent individuals to unwarranted scrutiny based on where they live or work. If not carefully designed and implemented, these algorithms could potentially reinforce biases in policing, leading to over-policing in certain communities. There's a risk that law enforcement might overly rely on these tools, potentially overlooking other important investigative avenues. To address these concerns, it's crucial that geographic profiling tools are used as part of a comprehensive investigative strategy, not as a standalone solution. They should be subject to ongoing evaluation and refinement with clear guidelines for their appropriate use in law enforcement context. The future directions in geographic profiling shows that several emerging trends promise to further enhance the capability of geographic profiling. For example, the integration of big data. Future systems may incorporate vast amounts of data from various sources, including social media, mobile phone tracking, and Internet of Things devices, to create more comprehensive profiles of criminal activity patterns. Machine learning and AI can also identify subtle patterns in criminal behavior that are not present in human analysis or current algorithmic approaches. In real-time analysis, as computing power increases, these tools could provide real-time updates and predictions as new data becomes available during an ongoing investigation. Integration with behavioral profiling combined with geographic profiling with advanced behavioral analysis could provide a more holistic view of offender characteristics and motivation. These advancements, while promising, will require careful consideration of ethical implications and robust safeguards to protect individual privacy and civil liberties. I want to thank Triple Ten Business Intelligence Analyst Bootcamp to help motivate me to strive to learn new things. It's a great course, and I do recommend that you take a look at it. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section, ask a question, and I'll do my best that I can. If you have any comments about the software, just let me know. I'm more than happy to answer those as well. Thank you and have a great day.